An empty room is a story waiting to be told, and you are the author, Charlotte Moss. If that should be the case, then my next guest is an amazing storyteller. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode number 32 of the Game Changers podcast. My name is Quinn Segis, and it's a privilege and pleasure to have you here, as usual. My next guest is a designer by trade. Her name is Jerona Antal, and it is my privilege, as usual, to introduce her to you. Hello, Jerona. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing very well, thank you.
Great to hear that, and great to have you on. I listened to your episode on that RCI show, Youth Unplugged, and I also
You did.
got an invite or suggestion, I should say, from a friend of mine. So I already had you scheduled to be on, and then somebody told me that, you should have this young lady on. So you were vouched for twice. So that's a good thing.
Okay.
Great. But let's start the interview with some introductions. Tell the people a little bit about yourself.
My name is Jerona Antal. I am 28 years old. I am also the owner and founder of Decor Delivered.
Mhm.
I have one daughter and one on the way.
Wow.
What else would you like to know? I don't know. What would you
Well, I
like?
guess we'll get to know a little bit more going forward. Right?
Yes.
Now, you said that you're a business owner and you own a business called Decor Delivered. Now, I kind of have an idea based on the name, but tell us exactly what you do.
Okay, so Decor Delivered specializes in innovative design decor installations, luxury balloons, and gifting services. So these are the main things that I do supply to my clients. But to make it very simple, I am an event designer or decorator, whichever you like to call it.
Nice. So very simple, you're a decorator. But how did you get into this space though? How did you start?
I started from really small. I've always been interested in the planning aspect and decorating, seeing that the space is very beautiful, that when we have house parties, it's looking good. I have been trying out my designs, my balloons, etc. So it started off at a really young age because I had a big family who basically loved to celebrate, and
I see.
I enjoyed assisting with the aesthetics of that process.
Wow. Okay. So you started from a child.
Teenager, I would say.
Okay. All right. All right. So you were always interested and you were always busy doing this. But when did this turn into a business passion for you? Because it's one thing to like something and it's something totally different to get into business. So when did that happen?
So in 2020, when COVID hit, my profession at the time was operations manager at Lucent Country Life. So it's tourism related, tourist based, and at the time, 90% of our business stemmed from cruise tourism. So the fact that that was a known factor at the time during COVID, there were no cruise ships coming in the island. I took that opportunity to start up a business because, like I said, I was a young mother and I needed to help with support of my family. And also, my friends and my family were always encouraging me to do that. And then I just took the leap of faith and made it official in January of 2021. and registered my business under the name Decor Delivered. So that is really how it was birthed and conceptualized. And I just never looked back. I kept on pushing and I never looked back from then.
Beautiful. Now, what I'm hearing is that your business started out of a hard time. And I often believe that sometimes the best things come out of a difficult situation. Would you agree with that?
I would definitely agree with that because um, that was a really hard time for me and many other persons, but it gave me the motivation that I needed to really push through, to excel through the situation and to make sure that I was or I am being successful.
Absolutely. Now, you said that your business is named Decor Delivered. I'm just thinking to myself, that's a pretty interesting name. How do you come up with the name?
To be honest, I don't quite fully remember right now, but
Okay.
I remember having a small team around me, my support system, and we were looking through a number of names, and this one stuck with me because I'm delivering your decor, so it's decor delivered, and it's we create, you celebrate. So that's the tagline.
Lovely. Lovely. So you conceptualize and then you bring it together and deliver it. So
Yes,
Decor
obviously
Delivered.
we had to do some research to find out if anybody else had the name, etc.
Yes, yes.
and whatnot. But yes, I think we wanted something short, simple, catchy, and something that definitely spoke to obviously the service that I'm offering.
Absolutely. And that's a name that like you said is short and catchy. And it's something that it's easily remembered because it makes sense. So I like the name, man. I really love the name.
And my clients are like, Deco did really deliver.
Right, right. Absolutely. So what has your experience been like thus far? Take me through your experience.
So far, very challenging, but ultimately very fulfilling. All happening at the same time. Um, at first, it was really hard, and it still is hard. Don't get me wrong,
Mm-hmm.
but you you go through stages and or phases in the business. You have to try to find your niche market, find your clientele. You're wondering whether the price you have is the right price. Then you have retaining your clients. You have delivering upon a good service, um, customer service. Then after all of that, you delivered. You have your accounting aspect behind it, and then general continuity of your business and just seeing a way forward. It's really challenging, however, very fulfilling and rewarding when your clients are satisfied, when you can meet certain goals, when you can be able to start providing for yourself in a way that you can be self sustainable. And so I think that it's just a process that every business owner has to go through. And I'm I'm having my fair share of going through the roller coaster, the good and the bad, just
Right.
enjoying it as it comes.
Nice. So I'm seeing that in spite of the challenges, there's a lot that you're learning, right? And a lot of entrepreneurship is that, learning, learning
Learning
how
and
to
growing.
take care of challenges, learning how to find yourself and find the ways that you can cope with these challenges. Because it's one thing to know the challenges, but it's something totally different as to how you can cope with the challenges. Would you agree with that?
Yes, I would agree. And also um, having a good support system from my very close friends and family played a pivotal role in my growing success.
Absolutely. I like that. Now you spoke about the support system. In terms of business, do you have a team or are you the main person doing all of this?
I am the main person right now, and right
Mm-hmm.
now, to be honest, um, God forbid if I pass away, my business passes with me.
Mm.
However, I do have a few persons that I could rely on to assist me in various ways because I'm not an island. I can't
Right.
carry all the ladders. I can't deliver on everything, but I do have a team of persons that I work with closely, kind of, sort of. I do majority of the work on my own. Um, and I'm actually right now at a point whereby I am low key, very low key, looking for someone that can shadow me, that I could train, so I don't have to physically do it myself. So that's one of my
Mm-hmm.
challenges, and that's something that I'm slowly working towards. Because when you a sole proprietor and your customers are doing things your way, it's very
Mm-hmm.
difficult to let go of that control. It's very
Yeah, I
difficult
can
to
imagine.
let persons in. You're worried about so many things, whether or not that person is trustworthy, whether or not your trade secret stays within the
Mm-hmm.
business, whether or not they would pay. And it's just a whole bunch of different emotions that you go through. But ultimately, in order for you to expand, that is a step that you definitely have to take. And I'm at the point where I'm definitely looking for that.
Got you. And your story is the story of, I guess, all small businesses when they're looking to expand, you know, and these are growing pains that we have to go through. And yeah, I'm seeing that you really put in the grind. So I can identify with that, and I can definitely see where you're coming from. Game Changers proudly supports Kids Health Creative, a publishing house encouraging children ages 4 to 12 to live healthy lifestyles, all while having good, clean fun. Get the latest book, Be Smart, at 10% off when you use promo code QuinnST at checkout. That's QUINNST at checkout. Get yours today. Hello, everybody. I hope you're enjoying the episode. This episode was made possible through a platform called Riverside FM. It's a platform that I've grown to love, and it really does justice to creators. Unlike Zoom or other platforms, it records content locally and then uploads it to the cloud, so you have a seamless video. If you are a creator and looking to get into this space, this is the platform for you. Click the link down below to get started today. All right. So, March is Ladies Month, right? It's Women's Appreciation Month. I want to focus on some of the issues that you, as a female entrepreneur in particular, have faced. What are some of the challenges?
Um, that is a difficult question and a unique one at that. Um, I wouldn't say that I have
Mm-hmm.
really experienced any challenges related directly to my gender in any way, aside from the fact that I don't have all the muscles that I need
Mm-hmm.
to carry all I want. Aside from that fact,
Right.
I don't think that I can recall facing any challenges specifically as a woman. I mean, definitely. As a woman, that is a field that we are well respected in. And so, if not, I think it's the men in that field that would probably have maybe some sort of issues, but not. I do have challenges that's not directly related to
Right.
me being a woman, if that makes sense.
Of course it makes sense. Absolutely. All right, I get you. Right? And I guess that's specific to your field. Because generally, I mean, it's not always the case, but people only think that it's women who are the only ones who decorate. I mean, there are fellas who do it too, but generally speaking, people would assume that you would be one of the persons to do it instead of the men. So I understand. Absolutely. All right. So we move into one of my favorite elements. In fact, my favorite element of a Game Changers interview. It's called the quick hitters. Now, quick hitters are questions that are titled to go by very quickly. So if you can answer in 30 seconds or less, I'll be happy. If you can't answer in 30 seconds or less, I mean, we won't hold it against you. But, we're looking for the first answer that comes to your mind. Okay? Great. All right, so my first question. What music do you like to listen to?
Gospel.
Okay. Great. Absolutely. We're not knocking the gospel here. In fact, we like gospel here. So great. Gospel. Okay, question number 2. Apple or Android?
Android all the way. Hello.
Great. All right. The past few guests have been bucking the trend. Before I had a whole set of Apple. Now I'm getting a whole set of Android. So I'm happy to hear that. All right. And my final quick hitter question. Who would you like to see on Game Changers, on this show? Who would you like to see?
Damn, I don't know.
You must have a friend. You must have somebody.
I mean, 20 seconds pass already.
No, don't pass yet. You're about 15 seconds in.
Maybe another fellow designer to provide another perspective. Maybe I would say probably Drip Drip Decor. I nominate Drip Drip Decor.
Okay.
I don't know the specific.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we'll look into that and we try to get them on here. Yes, and I like what you said, because one of the things that I've learned, in fact, I spoke about that in the previous episode, is that I can ask 100 people the same question, even if it's 2 people in the same field, and they could give me 100 different answers, right? So perspective is always good. So I definitely, absolutely, you put it perfectly. So we're moving on to the back end of the interview. Jerona, I know that creatives like the two of us are inspired by people. Who inspires you?
I would say I'm not inspired by any one person, but my work is inspired, and I have been inspired by a number of other designers that are bigger than me within my field. I definitely have taken a step ahead by actually learning from them in a very substantial way by either buying their courses that they offer, online courses, subscribing to their social media platforms, and basically following to make sure that I'm on trend, to make sure that I brush up on my techniques. And that's pretty much it. It's not any one person, but there are a few persons that I definitely draw inspiration from or look up to within the business. not necessarily in St. Lucia. Majority of them are actually overseas, and I learned about them by literally doing my research. So doing my research, scrolling for social media, see what looks good to my eye, and then discovering this person,
Right.
following them, um, and doing my own thing. So I get inspiration from everyday things that we see. So I would walk or drive, not really walk, but drive, and then I see something and I'm like, I could turn into this or I could turn into that. Come home, experiment, practice, see what's out there, and that's basically what my inspiration is.
Nice. So I'm seeing that you are, as you often say, a student of the game. And your game is...
And I graduated from the University of YouTube as well.
Absolutely. Listen, that's a shameless plug. YouTube is... I mean, you learn so much on there. Or you can learn so much on there. I always tell people, it's not the thing that is bad, but it's how you use it. Because even on Netflix, there are so many things that you can learn on Netflix. There are so many things that you can learn on YouTube to help you expand your horizons and become better persons. So absolutely, I'm here with you. 100%. Right? And it's not you shouldn't be ashamed, not you necessarily, but anybody who has learned from YouTube should not be ashamed about it. You know, in this economy, what people are looking for is skills. Can you do what you say you can do? Because there are a lot of people who go to school.
And can you do it well?
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, because I mean, if you can't do it, but you can't do it well, it doesn't make sense. There are many people who go to school and have degrees and, they cannot actually do the work. So don't be ashamed about YouTube University. YouTube University works, right? At the end of the day, it helps build your skills. So I'm there with you 100%. All right, Jerona. So somebody's looking at this and has seen your work and is listening to you and is inspired by you and want to get in contact with you, maybe for you to do work for them or just, to become that person that you spoke about. Somebody who could undershadow you, like you spoke about. How can someone get in contact with you?
I'm happy that you asked. There are many ways to get in contact with me. The quickest way would definitely be to WhatsApp me on 1758-287-0360. This is my direct line as well. So you could also call me directly and you'll be in contact with me immediately. Or you could email me at decordelivered, DECORDELIVERED @gmail.com. Or you could look me up on Instagram and Facebook at Decor Delivered LC. So any of these social media platforms that I've just mentioned, you could reach out to me on there, and I will definitely be responding within 24 hours initially. And if it is something that needs more attention, then I'll keep that discussion going.
Absolutely. And we will leave the links to all your stuff down below. So once somebody sees this interview, they can get access to you very easily.
Perfect.
So we'll leave your links.
Perfect.
Okay. Now, I spoke about somebody seeing this and being inspired by you. Give some advice to young people who want to become like you, not necessarily in your field, but want to become maybe an entrepreneur. What advice would you give to them?
Okay. First of all, I want to make it very clear that I am nowhere near to being where I want to be. I'm a constant work in progress, learning, growing. I'm investing in myself, in my craft, practicing a lot. And anyone I would say that would like to start off that process, my first advice to you would be do it the legal way. So find your name, do your name search. After your name search, you register your business. After you register your business, you get your bank account, and then now you are actually ready for business. When you are now set up and ready for business, whatever field that you decide to be in, whether it be decor or whatever it is, you need to make sure that you are always constantly behind the scenes, practicing what you do. So you could start practicing, you could gift persons, you could do a lot of complimentary gifts, you could start small with your friends and your family, you could do donations, you could anything. You need to, now that you have the stuff, make sure you take lots of photos because that's the only way you could, one, track your progress, and two, show persons what you can do. You take your photos, you post them on social media platforms. This is free marketing. So you have not incurred any extra additional expense. You are now marketing your business and persons are now getting to know you. You are now interacting with potential customers. You make sure you always stay humble, exercise good customer service and phone etiquette at all times. And I think you'll be well on your way having that as a start off. Have your support system, whether it be God first if you're Christian, and make sure that you are grounded and you have someone there to encourage you along the way because it's not going to be easy. It's going to be very tough. And you have to have that tough mindset, push through and believe in yourself. And once you do that, you put it out there, the product is good, because you're constantly practicing, then I'm sure you will now start getting clients and then you can take it from there. It's a long process. It's a lot. However, you have to start somewhere and take it step by step. And one day you will see that your business will start becoming profitable for you and you will enjoy the fruit of your labor. In Jesus' name.
Amen. 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 I absolutely love that. You took them from being a nobody into becoming, well, I shouldn't say a nobody, because everybody's somebody, right? But you took them from not having a business to becoming a successful business person. I like that you're honest to say that you are still a work in progress. Because we all are. We all are still work in progress. The time when we think that we've made it is probably the most dangerous time. Because everything can come crashing down. Right?
True.
So I love that. I love that. Okay, my final question to you. Take a look into the future. When do you see yourself and your business in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, definitely I want to see myself having one or two employees employed, whether it be part time, full time, or freelance, but definitely looking to expand on my team. Definitely looking to offer more services in terms of wholesale, maybe supplying other decorators like myself with certain things that I think that we are missing within the industry. And I don't want to say a storefront, but it's somewhere it's somewhere in my mind somewhere. I don't know how it's going to work out yet, but it's something that I definitely want, and ultimately to grow, expand my business, to keep my existing clientele, and to build more corporate relationships.
Absolutely. And with your passion and with your talent, obvious talent, I look forward to seeing that.
Most
You know?
definitely.
And probably, when you make it big, you come back to Game Changers and we'll do a progress report.
Okay.
And see where you were
Noted.
and see where you've gone.
No problem.
Right?
No problem.
So keep that in mind. When you make it big, keep us in mind.
Win.
All right? Yes, when. Yes. Absolutely. All right, Jerona. This has been a fantastic interview. And you've been an amazing guest. I love your insight. I love your energy. I'm wishing you all the success going forward. And I hope that you continue being you, because who you are is what makes you amazing. Keep being you.
Thank you very much, and thank you for having me on your program. I definitely am pleased to be here and looking forward to that progress report sometime in the near future.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, guys. This has been episode number 32 of the Game Changers podcast. Remember to like and subscribe.
Definitely.
The more subscribers we have, the better our content. The more you like, the bigger the channel grows, and the better our guests become. So remember to like and subscribe. And also, follow us on streaming platforms where you can listen to this podcast on the go. I always tell you guys, download the episode. Remember to download the episode so that you can listen on the go.
Perfect.
Anyhow, guys, this has been yet another Game Changers episode. As always, stay hungry. Bye-bye.